Hi everyone, it's Fiona from Stamping with Fiona here. I'm running a little bit late. I was hoping to get on by 2 o'clock, but what with one thing and another. So today I wanted to share with you this beautiful card with the Flowering Rain Boots stamp set and the Rain Boots dies. And it's also using the masks, which I had ready, and I just think I've just moved them somewhere safe and lost them. So, oh, there they are. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do the masking. Everything else is already cut and prepped, so don't need that. So I'm going to be using this mask and Balmy Blue ink pad, which I did re-ink because it really wasn't coming out too well. So let's just get everything. I've already pre-cut everything to save a bit of time, but I do want to show you how I did this background on the card. So I'm just going to get all my pre-cut stuff out there, and I'm just going to tape it down with a little bit of washi tape, just really so it doesn't move. Love washi tape. And I have re-inked my stamp pad because it was really coming out, well, I could hardly see it at all. So I'm just lining it up on my grid paper, and I'm just going to put the corners down, not cover the card up so that you don't get any gaps in the card, hopefully. In case you're wondering, I'm wearing splints because my rheumatoid arthritis has gone a bit haywire at the moment. I've been in a lot of pain and discomfort, so I'm just really protecting myself at the moment. Right, so let's show you how I did this. So as I said, I've re-inked my Balmy Blue, and these are the Stampin' Up! Bending brushes, which are just gorgeous. And then I use a microfiber cloth to clean it. So just going to give it a really good bit of inking. Just make sure that's in shot so you can see it. And I start just off the paper. Oh, the front doorbell's just gone. Oh, my husband's going, so it's okay. And I'm just going around. The middle is going to be covered up, so don't need to worry too much about the middle, just go around the edges. And because of the colour, you can't really see how much of it I think it just moved then slightly. Yeah, it did, but not to worry. Most of it is going to get covered up. So I'm just really wanted to show you the technique. Just push that back up there. Just go around. I mean, you can do it as lightly or as darkly. I quite like it to be visible. When I did it earlier, it really was hardly visible at all. So that's why I'm just making sure I'm going around a couple of times. I think that will probably be enough. Okay, let's put that to one side. Get that off later. So I'm just going to peel off my mask. Yeah, I have got a little bit of doubling, but to be honest, so much of it is going to be covered over. I don't think it's going to be that noticeable, but yeah, probably need to secure the card down a little bit stronger in future. Okay, so then what I've got is, this is the beautiful Abstract Beauty 4x6" designer series paper, and I'm using the reverse side of it. The front side has got foiling in it, which is beautiful, but for the purpose of this, so as I said, it's really going to cover most of the card up. I've already marked the midpoint of my paper because I want to make it into a small flag. So I'm just going to cut up there. Probably need my big scissors for this, but see how we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just going to go on. Now you could put that on with dimensionals, but the problem is everything else is going on with dimensionals, so you could then end up with quite a bulky card, which for postage in the UK is not brilliant. So I'm just going to put this on with some seal. and there we go. So that's covering the majority of the card. Lovely. Then I've pre-dyed the largest of one of the dies from the Hippo and Friends dies. So that's going to go on with dimensionals, which I did have everything here ready. Now I don't like to have soggy bottoms in my die cut, so I do tend to put quite a few dimensionals on, really just so that when they get squashed a bit in the post, they're protected, the dies are protected. It's just another couple, that should be enough. Okay, let's just get those backs off. It's funny now, I do love Balmy Blue, but it's a colour I haven't really used. We had the In Colour Seaside Spray, which went last year, and I tended to use that, so I really haven't used the Balmy Blue all that much, and actually I have to say I'm really loving it. So that's just going to go in the centre of our Designer Series paper. Okay, that's that. And then we just start putting our die cuts on. I really love this set. And also at the moment Celebration is on. For those of you that don't know, it is what it says it is. It's a Stampin' Up sale. And for every £45 you spend, you get to choose something from the Celebration brochure, which could be a stamp set or Designer Series paper. I was just looking for the catalogue, but it seems to have disappeared. Oh, there it is. So that's your Celebration catalogue. I will be putting links to all of these dies and stamp set and everything. So if you purchase those from my store, you will qualify for a free something from Celebration. Okay, so I have already stamped. That's Daffodil Delight. That is Cinnamon Cider. That we're going to stamp the sentiment onto. I think they're daisies. They're in Petal Pink. The stalks are in Soft Sea Foam, and the tulips are in Petal Pink. Now I'm just going to trim these because they kind of sort of take over a bit really, so I'm just going to cut these two off here. And then with the stalks, I'm just going to cut, see there's a bit of white there, so it's kind of quite a good, I'm just going to cut down there. And I'm also going to cut this white bit off because I want it to go into the watering can, so that's going to take up space. So just get rid of those. And I've got some mini, well, big dimensionals for this, and then mini dimensionals for the flowers. So just pop a couple on there. Do one for the spout. Don't know if anybody else finds backs of dimensionals everywhere. They have a lot of static, so you think you've got them in the bin, and then I go downstairs because my craft room's upstairs, and later on I'll find them on the stairs or somewhere. They're just falling off. Right, okay, so I'm going to pop that to the side. Probably about in the middle, that's it. Okay, and then the same with this is Cinnamon Cider, the pot. Just going to put one dimensional on there. Pop him next to that. There we go. Then my stalks, I'm just going to pop one towards the top, and I'm going to actually, if you can see that, I'm going to tuck that in under the top of the watering can. Now my daisies are going to go in the pot. So apart from the masking and using the blending brush, I mean, again, that's not hard. You just need to sort of be organised. And the die cutting probably, I would say, took the most time. Stamping didn't take very long. And then these tulips, I just need the little dimensionals. You can see I've used around the edges. I never waste any of my dimensionals. They're quite good for long sentiments and things if you There we go. So that's the tulips. And I'm just going to pop them. There we go. I love that. It's looking good already. And I'm just going to stamp my sentiment. So I've already die cut a rectangle from these stitch rectangles, and I'm just going to stamp the sentiment. So it's life, live life in full bloom. Just going to stamp that in balmy blue. Should be able to line that up okay. There we go. Pretty good. And that is just going to go over the bottom of the watering can and the edge of the day. So just sort of there really. So I just need a couple of dimensionals. And possibly a little bit of wet glue just to anchor it on. So how's everybody been? It's pretty grey here, so yeah, there we go. Perfect. And I'm going to put some of these they're polished dots. So there's 120, 60 in polished pink and 60 clear. So because I've got polished pink flowers, I'll use the polished pinks ones. Get them out. And I'm going to put them in the middle of the... Oh, I should use my take a pick tool. I haven't been using it really, but I have to say I've seen so many demos using the... this bit here, and it actually does really work, so I'm going to give that a go. Yep. 2, and I like to have an odd number. I don't know why. Something to do with the eye line. So we've got 5 in the centre. 1, 2, 5 in the centre of the daisies there. This is where I keep my take your pick tool. I might do a class sometime on how to make the box because that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, this you get a pack of 2. It's this petal pink and I think it's Misty Moonlight, nice and thin ribbon cotton. So I'm just going to tie a bow with that. Just use my tweezers because my hands are so... There we go. Quite a long bit sticking down. And I just need my glue dots. Just see if that's even. No, that's a bit too long. Okay, let's pull that through a bit. And then trim that. It does fray a bit, that's the only downside I can see of it. Well, it's not really a downside, but just trim it off. I'm just going to use a glue dot. And pop that just under there. And there you go. So I just think they're nice and spring-like, beautiful blues, and the petal pink and the yellows. It's just nice and bright. So there you go. That's it for today. All the measurements will be posted above the video and on my blog. So if you'd like to make it, please feel free. And this will also be on my YouTube channel. I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's one of my goals this year is to increase my number of viewers. So if you would like to subscribe, I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.